amazing what happens when an owner takes care of his facility. You don't have to build a new one every 25 years. The Sharks and the city of San Jose are in agreement on a 25-year lease extension on the tank. The team will be at SAP Center until at least 2050. There was never any real danger of relocating, according to the team and the city. But as former A's fans, we're a little skittish about any of that kind of talk. So I'm just glad that that's handled, and the city of San Jose is the city council is gonna vote on that next month, and that'll finalize the deal. And the Sharks are they're gonna keep putting money into the tank. It is one of the older barns in the league.
That's what I was
that
gonna
being
ask.
said, it's still in great shape because they take care of it, because they put money into it, they invest in it, they make sure like every now and then they replace every few years they replace the boards. They go in, they upgraded the screen. They consistently keep upgrading the facility. The seats are great. Like honestly, I can't think of a time I've ever sat in a bad seat in that barn, man. Like no matter where it is, you're able to there's pretty good sight lines all over. It's a well constructed building that still has plenty of life in it, and they're going to keep using it, and they're going to keep improving it so that way people can keep going to Sharks games in San Jose through 2050. And
Yeah, I
at
did
that
see
point,
that there's some more updates going to happen to the arena too. So
absolutely
more stuff is on the way.
Yeah, and they're going to keep doing that. And it's amazing what happens when an owner takes care of his facility. You don't have to build a new one every 25 years, These buildings can last for 50 or 60 years. There's no reason, if you do it right, it should last. And
well, I mean, how old is Wrigley Field and Fenway? I think, and I know those are like outliers.
Those were built in the 1910s,
right?
Both of them, like
with what we know now as humans, with what we know now, to me, it makes perfect sense to have a stadium. If a city is going to hand over hundreds of millions of dollars, you want to try to preserve that arena or stadium for as long as you can, because making repairs, as long as you're continuously doing the maintenance and the upgrades throughout its lifespan, you're going to maximize that. Of course, buildings have an expiration date sometimes, but as evident to some of our classic baseball parks, like you can keep these things going. You can salvage them. So I'm really happy that the Sharks and the city are coming to an agreement, and it's something that's not going to keep me up at night.
Yeah, 25 years is a long year. I think
that's right. And that building, by 2050, it's going to be almost 60 years old.
Yeah, I think this contract is going to outlive the majority owner. What's his name?
Hasso Plattner. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's like 80-something years old. So
I
think this contract is going to outlive him.
Talking about planting seeds in a garden you're never going to get to see, I do love this, and I hope that, obviously because he's ancient, whoever ends up taking over for him after continues this trend of being a good steward of this franchise. I wish he would speak a little bit more, but I don't want him speaking too much more. Like that's my only real complaint is we literally never hear from him. I think instead of being early Jed York, I want now Jed York. Like that's the level. Like Jed York figured it out eventually. I wish Hasso Plattner would speak up a little bit more here and there, but for the most part, he's provided the money for the team when the team was good to like keep contending, and he always gave the green light to make any go big game hunting and whatnot. Bringing in somebody like Brent Burns and Dan Boyle and Danny Heatley, and just the names go on and on and on. Martin Havlat, just like he's always been comfortable spending money when the team was good, and when the team was not good, there was he's shown patience, and it looks like the team is on the right path, and him and his family are gonna be able to reap the benefits of that, starting this offseason going forward. So like, I think he's somebody that's for the most part done it right, and I want to make sure that that's put out into the ether or whatever.